Hello! This video is going to be a recap of how to play the guitar accompaniment for the Scottish march Campbell's Farewell to Redcastle. So this tune is in A mixolydian, so it's a modal A major key, and it features the open A chord and then also the G major chord with the same finger shape. So for the open A chord, what we're playing here is starting on the 5th fret. I've actually got my thumb playing the 5th fret on the E string. Then we have the open A. So those notes are the same. And then we've got the 7th fret of the 3rd string played with my 3rd finger. So these are all A's at the moment. The next string, which is the G string, we're not going to play anything on that. In fact, we're going to use the 2nd finger to damp that string. And then on the B string, we're playing the 5th fret, so the same as the thumb. And then we can have the the E string at the top open. So the only notes we're actually playing here are A and E. So that's why this is an open A chord, or bare fifths. We're not playing the 3rd note of the A major scale, which would be the C sharp. We could play the C sharp with our 2nd finger by pressing down on that one there. So that one becomes the C sharp and makes this chord an A major chord. It's got that nice happy tone. However, we just want it to be an open chord, so we don't play the C sharp, and it leaves this nice ringy open chord sound. And now for the G major, we're going to take the same shape but just slide it down 2 frets. So 1, 2. So now the thumb is playing the 3rd fret on the E string, so that's a G note. And then we can also leave this A string to ring open in this instance, and we're going to get this kind of ringy modal G major chord. So we've got the G played with the thumb, we've got the open A, and we've got the 5th fret on the D string. We can play our 2nd finger, so we can make this more major sounding. So that is on the G string, so we've got the 5th fret on the G string, and then we've got the 4th fret on the G string, then we've got the 3rd fret on the B string, and we can also squash our 1st finger down to play a G on the top E string as well. So it sounds like that. So it's very major and open. So at the moment I'm actually using my thumb to damp the open A string, so it's just very G major sounding. However, you can also leave your thumb only on the top string, so you play that G and leave the open A to ring. You get a bit of a clash, but it makes it sound really nice and open. So the cleaner G closed sound, or the more open sound. And although it might not sound that good on its own, when we come from this A major chord, it can sound quite nice to have that A ringing through. Okay, so those are the chords we're going to use. And the rhythm of the march is quite steady and straightforward, so we're just going to do a very simple rhythm like this. So to get that nice clean sound in the rhythm, we've got 2 things working together. Obviously we've got the plectrum strumming the strings, but if I don't make any changes with my left hand, then that's just going to keep ringing out. So I'm actually using my left hand to damp the strings as well, so we get a nice rhythmic sound. And on that third strum, 1, 2, 3, I'm cutting off the sound of the strings by releasing the fingers a bit and just damping all the strings. Okay, so that rhythm and those chords work for the first half of the tune, and then in the second half the chords are still fine, but the rhythm changes slightly. So the opening of the B part, we're going to follow the rhythm of the tune on the guitar. So we're not going to play the first beat, we're going to play just a bit after when the tune, the rhythmic part of the tune comes in. So it sounds like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can hear that comes in on the second half of the first bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Back onto the first beat at that point. It'll be easier to understand when we actually hear the tune, so I won't go into that into too much detail just now, and you can hear it when we play along with the tune. The last thing to mention about the second half of the tune is that we have one extra chord required just for the very last time round. So the last line of the tune, it changes slightly, so the chords are going to sound like this. So that's the open A chord, the G chord as before, but then we're going to go down to the E minor chord. So that is a chord you've probably come across before, where you've got your second and third finger on the second and third strings, respectively. So it goes A, G, E minor, back to the A, and then we just finish off by going A, G, A again. Okay, so that's the chords and the basic rhythm. And I've recorded the tune on the fiddle as well, so we can play along with that. And I've done a slow version, so you can focus on the chord changes and on the rhythm, and also a slightly more up-to-speed version for you to practice along with. So I'll play along with those now, and then leave you the opportunity to play along with them as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to play one last version where I'll show you some alternative variations and options for chords and rhythm, but I'm not going to discuss them in detail. It'll just give you some things to play around with in your own time. 1, 2, 3, 4.